Okay, hello and welcome, guys. Let's get started. Let me first test out कि मेरी stream का audio सही है या नहीं. Let's give it a few minutes. Okay, seems like audio is good. Okay, perfect. So let's get started, guys. Now, अगर आपको स्क्रीन साइज से थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो रही हो तो बता सकते हैं. मेरा थोड़ा मॉनिटर अल्ट्रा वाइड है, तो उसकी जगह हम लोग छोटे स्क्रीन पे स्ट्रीम कर सकते हैं जिससे आपका व्यू थोड़ा बेटर हो जाए. I'll wait for a few more people to join and then we will begin. Let's see, irrespective of if any people join or not, I'm gonna share some knowledge and then maybe try to help some people and find good setups for myself as well. Okay, guys, so let me introduce you to one of the tools that I have built for myself. So this is called the FxVerdict strength meter, or what this does is basically it analyzes the news around the currencies and checks the strength of each pair, each major pair. So if pound is currently showing up as strong, we should at least stay away from shorting it. And if we see CAD as red, or maybe New Zealand as red, we will have the chance to short that pair. Guys, give me a second. I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so let's get started once again. If you're watching this stream, make sure you give a message in the chat. Say hi. Okay, so This is the analysis for last 24 hours. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how the weekly sentiment looks like for all these major pairs, and then we can clearly see that CAD has very strong news. New Zealand has a bit on the bad side. So in all, Forex has 27, 28 major pairs which are good to trade at any point of time. Apart from these, there's gold and oil. So there are a few different instruments that we can trade. Now, for me personally, I'll take a look at all the charts. So I have this list called All Pairs. It has all the Forex charts. Now, what I'll do is I'll basically analyze each chart one by one and then form a view or maybe see if I see any opportunities. Maybe not right now, and it is possible that we can get some good setups maybe in the next session, because currently the session is Asian session and there's not much liquidity and not much action, almost always no action in the Asian session. And most action that we see is during the New York and London session, which is going to begin in next 4 hours. London session is going to begin in next 4 hours. So let's begin with the first pair, that is USD CAD. Now when we see the daily chart, we don't have to go that far. We can basically start looking from here, and I'll basically start drawing some major support areas. I see this as a major support area, and most of all what I want to see is some good trend. Now here we have kind of missed the trend a little bit, but there's a chance that this trend might resume to the upside. Okay, so this was the previous support, and this is the recent high. Okay, now what my plan will be in this pair is basically wait for a pullback to finish and then possibly take a buy to the upside. So something like this. But the problem with this pair is that I don't see the strength in dollar, and the CAD seems to be very strong. So what this pair will do is, so let's see the scores for USD and CAD. So USD seems to be a little bit on the positive side, while CAD is also very positive. So what this will do is USD will try to take this chart up, but at the same time CAD will try to take this chart a little bit down, right? So this is an okay pair to trade, and the sentiment are in the opposite side, extremely opposite side. So towards the downside we have much more power, but since we are in an area of support, I will most likely not touch this particular pair, because this support will have the tendency to basically keep the price up, while CAD will try to bring the price down. So there is a conflict of interest here, and the power seems to be almost equal between these two pairs. So let's switch to the next pair. Now this is EuroCAD. EuroCAD has basically no direction. We don't see any trend. So we can clearly reject this particular pair. And so Mustang says, hi bro. Hello Mustang. So I'll discuss the first pair once again of why I rejected it. So I have built this tool for myself called the FxVerdict screener, and the screener basically will tell me what is the strength of a particular currency. Now it basically analyzes news around each country and gives me a score, and as per that score I can decide on what direction I want to pick. So suppose euro seems to be green, right? So the score can be from 0 to 5. So on a scale of 0 to 5, euro is currently at 2, which means there's some positive news around euro. So if I pick any euro pair, so euro will have a tendency to go up because it has positive news. And if I pick, and the pair against euro is CAD. So CAD here has also positive news, but CAD is on the other side, right? CAD is on the other side. So CAD will have the tendency to take this chart down. So there is a conflict of interest, and EuroCAD seems to be completely sideways. So that's why I rejected this pair. So this is reason number one. For USD CAD, when we see USD CAD, so in USD CAD, we see this support area. So which means this support is going to try to hold the price to the upside. But at the same time, CAD is also strong because CAD is green. So it will try to take the chart down and with strength. So this is again not in a favorable area since we are in a major support area. If we were around the top here, somewhere around here, then if we see a turn in price, then we could have taken a short side trade around here to possibly reach the support area, because that's where we'll see some strength coming from USD side as well. So USD will show strength like this. Now let's see pound CAD. So pound CAD, again we can see chart is completely sideways, no action. So we can simply ignore this chart as well. It is on the daily chart, but since there is no trend, there is no meaning to trade this pair. Now let's look at CAD Swiss franc. Now this is the pair I think where I tried to take a trade last night, and when we see this pair, observe this pair, we see that there is a strong resistance around this price. So this was the last swing low, and then this is the new swing low. So my intention was to basically sell this pair, and which I also did. Now on the 1 hour chart, I think I tried to sell this pair somewhere around this price, but I kept on seeing the strength coming from buyers. And why was the chart going in the opposite direction? Because the CAD is strong. CAD has some good news coming. So even for today, within the last 24 hours, we see that the CAD has very strong strength. So this chart is most likely going to go up. So that's why a sell trade got completely failed here. And that's why the chart took to the opposite side. So this is why CAD Swiss franc is a pair where I had to close the trade early because I was in the wrong direction. And so this tool can help us find some good trades, find the right direction, and then possibly pick a good pair. Because if you pick the direction right and this pair has good news around it, so your trade will go smoothly. Otherwise, if you are in the wrong direction, your trade will go something like this, choppy, choppy, choppy. So it is very important to have to pick the right pair. So if you don't pick the right pair, your trade is not going to be smooth. Okay, let's analyze this pair. Now let's see the strength. So there is no Swiss franc news as such. So Swiss franc is kind of a neutral pair here, but Swiss comes in the euro region. So that's why the strength is okayish on the Swiss franc side, which means for CAD, for CAD, the chart is going to go up. And for Swiss franc, the chart is going to go down, but not very much. So we can possibly take a buy side trade. But the problem is that we are on the 4-hour chart. Let's see. On the daily chart, actually. So we are at a area of resistance. We are right around the area of resistance. So this is not a good spot to do a buy side trade, because ultimately what can happen is you can, get trapped in a false breakout. The price might go up again later on, but you might get trapped here. So this is not a good area to buy. This was a good area to buy because this was the bottom of range. So if we had bought somewhere around this area, we'd have made some good money because the CAD strength is up and Swiss has no very strong news as such. Now let's go to Aussie CAD. Okay. So Aussie CAD has some trend we can see. So the nearest area of resistance in Aussie CAD on the daily chart is this. Again, the price is near the area of resistance. So that's why this area has the tendency to become very choppy. So even though we can pick trades on lower time frame, but the chances are that if we try to take a trade, it might not go as smoothly as we think. Because see around here, if you take a buy side trade, you'll see a lot of chopping. So if you had taken a buy side trade, you will see chop, 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 chop. So that's why not a very good pair to pick right now. Now let's switch to the next pair, New Zealand CAD. Okay. Okay, so New Zealand CAD looks kind of good because for CAD the chart should go down, and for New Zealand the chart should also go down. So we can take a good sell trade in this chart. So let's observe the price action here. Now let's start with the 4 hours. Now do we see anything in the 4 hours? So the nearest area of reaction which I see is this area. So from this area we had a strong resistance. Could be this area or maybe this area. So this is a strong area of resistance. Give me a second. Okay, so let's begin analyzing this trade, this chart basically. So this is a 4-hour chart. We see break. This is the low. So this is the final low of the market. Basically, the price hasn't been able to go below this. So this is a break. And then the price has, okay, nearest area of resistance. Okay, so the thing with this pair is that CAD wants to go down, New Zealand wants to go down, right? New Zealand CAD. But then problem is this pair is currently in a position where it wants to buy. So all we need to do is here wait for a turn to happen like this, and then possibly this pair should go down. Now that we will see on a lower time frame. So let's go on 1 hour time frame. Now currently on the 1 hour time frame, the price has decided to go up. So we basically now wait for sellers to come back because the buyers are very strong. So because both pairs want to go down. So basically this was a good spot because it was a strong resistance area to take a sell side trade. But now that it is coming in the opposite direction, there is a doubt as to whether this is a correct move or not. So still a very complicated price action, not as clean as I expect. Now this can be an area of resistance, but most likely the price is trying to go up from here. So not at a good area. So reject. So Euro USD seems like a good option. So Euro USD is at a good area. First of all, it is at a good area. Conflict of interest here. Euro is trying to go up, CAD is trying to go down. Oh, sorry, USD. So USD is Euro and USD are kind of equal right now. So no clear direction in Euro USD, but let's go on a smaller time frame for our okay, so nearest area of support is this. We can possibly see a down move from here in Euro USD. So that's my thinking. But let's see on the 1 hour. Possibly a down move. So Euro USD can give a move something like this. So somewhere around these prices we can keep our stop loss and then go for a trade possibly till the bottom area. So what is the bottom? Bottom is close to this area. So right here. So this can be a possible trade, but given that this area should break to the downside. This area needs to break to the downside. And let's analyze it on the daily chart as well. A little difficult to analyze. Well, actually, It's the opposite case because on a daily time frame, to me, it looks like the Euro USD might just be trying to turn. So what can happen here is basically we can see if price holds here, so then we can see the up move. Now let's go to a smaller time frame, 4 hour. So now 4 hour, there are sellers coming from here. So sellers coming, sellers coming, sellers coming. Now, if we see buyers taking these guys over and holding, so then we can see a good trade to the upside. So that can be a good opportunity. So Euro USD for up. But equally on the downside as well. So the only case in which we can see the price go to the upside is if the sellers fail. So if the sellers can't take the price down, so not very clear, but almost clear. So let's go on a 1 hour chart. It is possible that, a small trade can be taken to the upside somewhere around here with a stop loss here till possibly here. Risky, actually very risky. No, not suitable right now. Not suitable right now. I might take a small risk here. I might take a small risk. So let's see long position here at and the stop loss possibly here. Stop loss here possibly and a target basically here till here. So with the Forex tool we can also calculate the lot size. So The pips here are 12.1. So Euro USD risk amount, let's say $50 or maybe $100. Stop loss is 12. So we can take possibly 0.83 lots. So I'll take maybe 0.8 lot here. Okay, I have taken a 0.8 lot. May go, may not go. I don't know. Or maybe say with an SL of $100 somewhere close. I'm not going to take a very big target because there is a possibility that this might just go down. So that is also a possibility. Or I might basically cut down on lots. So I can cut down on lots, maybe do take half risk. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken only 0.4 lots with a target somewhere around this area. And I'll also like to cut my stop loss basically to this area. So more or less cut my risk a lot. Okay. So the prices might be different on my broker versus what you see here, but roughly around this area I'll get out. So on my charts it seems close to 4430. Yeah, this price. This is not exactly my setup, but I just wanted to see because I feel Euro is showing some good strength here. Okay, so I'll set an alarm for this trade. So whether it hits take profit or 4668 to be precise. So this is my risk to reward. I'm not really sure whether this will result in a profit or loss, but this, if I'm wrong, so I'll instantly get stop out. But if I'm right, so the price in that case can go till here as well, till and above if I'm right. But if I'm wrong, price will definitely kill me right here. So I've taken the trade. I'll wait to see the results. Okay, all right. That's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow again. Thank you for joining and thank you for watching.